today we are going to finally, it hasn't been that long, but finally get to the Arlecchino quest. I'm super excited and terrified. I don't know what to expect. I just know from the live stream everything looks so amazing and cool, and I'm so ready. And I cut Paimon off, but she says, you know, it's been a while, we should head over to Poisson, and yeah, let's go and do that. And I probably will fix my team up, don't worry. I was exploring all of this new area here. Oh, I'm at 100% actually. Yeah, I was exploring all of that, and I just had Chung Yoon for the exploration, you know? But anyways, onward. But yeah, I might need to maybe move my fan. It is like finally kind of cool hours, so like maybe things will be okay. Oh,
Hey,
cutscene.
traveler, Paimon.
Hey, Linny.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Of course we
Over
do.
here.
I'm waving, I swear, Linny.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Okay.
Are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Yeah.
Since the two of you are so
Oh!
curious, perhaps
Jeez.
I can fill in the gaps.
Where did you come from?
You scared Paimon half to death.
Me too.
Father, you're here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
Come on, Paimon, no backing out now. Don't be a scaredy cat.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
We are a little curious.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
I really hope so. I want to have some faith in some of the Fatui Harbingers. You know, there are some I will never forgive, even though I've learned through lore, you know, maybe they're not as bad as I thought. But you know, I don't know the whole plan here. But they might not actually be our enemies at the end of the day. Maybe for Traveler, but like in the, you know...
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth.
Okay.
It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Some sort of ghost story, maybe?
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
I haven't watched any of the Arlecchino stuff on the channel. Shit. Maybe I should have, because I know it has stuff from this, but I didn't want to spoil myself with anything.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will.
Okay.
It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I could finally breathe again. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days. But why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
I bet it has, Lenny. Man, I love you, dude. I have all of the course of Fontaine still fresh in my mind, even though it's been months, you know. And dude, Fontaine's just been great. I love all its characters.
You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy.
Hopefully it's all good, please.
If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Of course.
But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Paimon, there's more to being a guest than free, yummy food. And also, it doesn't have to be free. We can offer to pay, you know.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today's the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
When the hearth flame goes out. Okay. Oh, let me switch up my team real quick. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Janky controller, please. Spare me. Thank you. I like this unit. At least I like my Lenny and Kazuha. These two are a staple on my team. Chi-Chi's been a staple too as the support. I've heard that there's a lot of Fremy moments. So I think I'm gonna put him here. I was debating between Lynette, but I feel like I can put Fremine.
Yes. Take me with you.
Technically, instead of Kazuha, I could also put Lynette here. You know what? For story's sake, let's do it. If it doesn't work out well... Oh well, but... I just wanna... just do that, you know? It's so nice to see Poisson be filled with life again too after all that happened. That stuff's still just so traumatic and sad.
We
I wouldn't blame
this
them
house
for
from one of
moving.
the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies.
Yeah, no.
With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
Yeah, we'll help out. Why not?
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it's back up top. Let's go. Don't worry, about the other ones. I will get to the 3 other story quests. either before or after Sino's part 2. We'll see.
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Yeah. Oh
It's
dear.
the Traveler and Paimon!
I would be so intimidated if I backed up a little. Oh god.
No way!
Oh no.
Come here, everyone! Hurry!
No, no, no,
The
please,
Traveler
please.
and Paimon are here!
You don't have to swarm. I'll say hi to you all separately.
One at a time, please.
Thank you.
Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Yeah, Paimon, you can deal with all this, okay? I'm the shy.
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Even Arlecchino? Damn, we really okay.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I would believe
I
that.
heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
I mean, that could be accurate, or that could be a bit of an exaggeration.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days.
Now, who underestimated Paimon? She could clear that out within, like, maybe 1.5. 2 if she's really going slow.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Mine's a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you!
Yeah, usually it's like, when people come over, when the guests come over, they usually bring a gift for the people they're visiting. That's usually how that works, but, you know, I can imagine they also gift the other way back, too.
Come on! We insist! I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
You know what? I'm curious. Hit me with the poison.
Huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Now, for us who's so on edge with the how like with the Fatui and all that, I can only imagine these people casually talking about crimes is like kind of confusing. But we're just sitting here keeping it together, like, oh yeah, this is all good. It's all normal and good.
I was poisoned not too long ago.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm still dealing
unfortunate.
with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
Hey, Paimon. Medicine was also offered. You're the one who's focusing on the poison.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Someone who really annoys me. God, I've been playing too much Star Rail. I'm only thinking Star Rail. Genshin people, who annoys me? I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
All right, Fold Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
Like, absolutely. We definitely feel the love. Yeah.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
I was, you know, I don't need a joke about it. You know, she really is all about her poisons. That reminds me of someone, I don't know who, but you know, if it comes to me at some point, I will mention it.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye. Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
What about it, Paimon?
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family
Oh!
pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be surprised. But no offense to a kid. You know, he can I'm sorry. I think I need him to stay away from me personally. But anyways, moving on.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
I like for a minute my brain went, oh, is this a Mau Mau case where like, you know, she tests them on herself, but no, based off that sentence, she likes to test them on people.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
I understand. It was a lot, though. I don't blame Traveler or Paimon for being overwhelmed with all of that.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to
excitement there.
introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
That we are.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
I actually have not heard of that one. What's it about?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway.
Yeah.
You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Definitely more calm environment here.
Maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
Paimon, what does that even mean?
I heard that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Paimon, that's fucking rude.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
Okay, now Now, I thought you were more standing up for the fact that Paimon would go and say, crazies and like referring to the House of the Hearth that way. But you're talking about them like they are in fact crazies and they're all okay.
That's enough, Filial.
Yeah, no, I appreciated getting mad at Paimon. That was a bit mean. But no, I don't agree with you either.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
It's true though, and
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
clearly there's some drama there, but
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
it's better not to pry, but since we are probably going to be sticking around for a few days, we may as well observe.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Winnie's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
I swear I'm not tired, you guys. As you know, I've just not had time to stream. It's been a really strict schedule. Like, I'm legit throwing away, a resting time to stream any of this. I should be sleeping. Who has time for that, though?
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
They've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
Which can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It all depends on the situation.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Oh, sure, why not?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine? What are you doing here?
Well...
Oh, what's up, Fremi?
Fremine! Nice to see you again!
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food.
He already
Why don't you come
sounds
along?
a little bit
I
standoffish.
could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
I bet you
Were
are,
you
Paimon.
looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got
Oh.
some left over.
What
do
for?
you need?
I mean,
Some
you know.
food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
He's... Is he in this moment looking after somebody? Because I feel like that's why he would need those things.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Yeah, no, something's up.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night.
That sounds false,
Could be
Fremi.
because I'm growing, you know? And...
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Ooh, okay.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Yeah, now this seems very, very personal.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
yes. Just follow me.
Okay. Yeah, like it was for a split second I was like, oh, okay, Lenny's just going with it, but I felt like he was about to. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, I'm so right after this quest is over. I'm watching that video because.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Lenny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
Oh, look
You
at
can
her.
call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Lenny?
Does Clairvy have a Lumiduce flower like necklace? Is that the necklace she has on?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About
Half a
half a
month.
now.
Oh gosh, he's in deep. Like, I have a feeling with Arlecchino, even like fucking 2 days would be bad, but half a month?
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
The why here is very important. To begin with, what was the importance? I want to know what led Arlecchino to deploying all forces of the House of the Hearth onto this mission to find this phantom child. You know what I mean?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him.
Oh.
I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
No, I get his logic entirely. I would need extensive reasoning for this.
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Ooh, okay, that might be a very, just a tough conversation.
Those Those two sure care a lot about each other.
That they do.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
But Paimon, you need to think about it from their point of view, though. They're only that upset, especially on Linny's side, because of, you know, how much danger Fremene's putting on himself for disobeying, for, like, going against, you know, their father's orders. That's why it's so bad.
No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away.
Oh.
I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
Ooh, okay, that's ominous. What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Ooh.
No one can get out alive.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
He doesn't want you taking this risk on your own. Like, I'm proud of you, you know, because you are one to, like, you really do just want to follow orders, but you're also filled with conviction, and you want to do what, you know, you believe in. And so I like seeing you stand up, but Linny's just upset you didn't try to, you know, at least rely on him a little bit, or try to, you know, inform him of the decisions you were making.
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette.
Ooh, okay.
We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood.
Yeah.
We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremene, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
Oh.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
Fuck, okay, I'm tearing up. We're, like, not even... Yeah, we're not even really 30 minutes in.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremene. Maybe we should go check on them.
I think they're... okay, we're just gonna do that, huh?
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
It's raining? Clairview, what are you talking about? Anyways... Oh, Danny...
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or...
They weren't... It's not necessarily a fight,
Oh,
Paimon.
wait a minute, Fremene.
Oh!
You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Oh, Fremy! Oh,
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
I'm gonna cry. I mean, I'm lying to you all. I'm already crying.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes, having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
I think it'll be better if we stick around.
I... just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
And we will protect you guys in kind.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down.
Because I feel like that could be at any time. I don't think Arlecchino's really gonna let this go.
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
Okay.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared.
Is she, like, stuck here? Like, genuinely. She can't go too far. She'll ultimately just come back? Is that how this is working out and playing out?
She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
Oh.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something
That is
like,
something that
if you fulfill a
sometimes
spirit's
works.
last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Where would have
Well,
Paimon
sounds like it's worth a shot.
learned that?
Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids.
Oh.
Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Knew it! Ha! Ha! Oh my god! Ha! Y'all thought you could keep Lynette out of this bitch? She's like, I've been here this whole time. You guys just didn't know it.
Whoa!
The fact that she's just staying in that pose, too. Oh my god, everything about that was just fucking amazing. Oh, I loved that. Okay. I don't think I got it. I don't think I caught the moment. But if I did, oh my god, that's just amazing.
Lynette!
You scared me.
But what a surprise!
Yeah, uh-huh.
What brings you here, dear sister?
She's sick of his shit. She's like, I'm not buying this fucking bribery. I know what you guys are trying to leave me out of the situation.
When exactly did you get here?
I fucking love Lynette, man. I fucking love Lynette. Oh. Yeah, it's too late.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
Oh, damn. I mean, yeah, technically he started it, but come on. Stop
You
thinking.
3, traveler.
Oh,
And
come
you 4,
on!
Paimon.
Oh, come on! Okay.
Wait, what did we do?
She really just came after all of us. She's gonna come after me next.
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
Okay, yeah.
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Makes sense.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to
Oh,
Father.
damn!
Simple as that.
Holy shit! Instant blackmail!
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
That's the point, but still, damn.
Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Surprise!
I guess me running up to them as fucking Lynette was the truest thing I could have done. Where'd she get... I mean, I guess we brought food over to her.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
I forgot about that for a moment.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Paimon? She can't actually eat that.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
That's kind of sad.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
This is all really sad.
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
She did mention to us while Fremi and Linny were walking off that about how the darkness in the House of the Hearth goes very, very deep. So there's something there.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
Ooh. Then you can't leave. If that's still how current day runs, that's...
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
Ooh. Okay.
The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Ooh.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
So if I'm going by my speculations of, I think, little clips or screenshot, like little images I've seen, I think Clairvy is coming from the time when the knave herself was little. Maybe this is my speculation, okay? So I don't think necessarily this is about Arlecchino, but maybe it could still be the same way. But I think Clairvy's talking about for sure before the knave. I don't know if the knave has changed a bunch of things, but you know.
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
Perry.
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles.
I'm intrigued about
this. And
this.
your wish is...
To go outside.
Oh, that's so...
Where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
Paimon, no, it's not that simple, and also, I'm sorry, this hurts my feelings.
darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What did she mean by that? Things can't be this simple. No, they're not going to be this simple. Remember, like Fremine said, he's tried bringing her far away and that she just always stumbles, like she always reappears. I genuinely don't think she's allowed to leave this area.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it.
Ooh, okay, that's risky.
Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Lenny, we're gonna be dragged into
Let me
it.
think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
You might have just sentenced Paimon to her worst nightmare.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Yeah, how should we contact you? Or would it be you contacting us?
I'll give you a magic bird.
Oh,
If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
okay.
Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Be careful, okay?
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
This is so much stress and pressure on all of them. And I can only imagine the anxiety and stress going through, like, Lenny's head right now, like, fearing for the worst. But I'm so...
Clairvy, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
Okay. I would just TP, but can I find... We're probably not gonna find Lynette. Yeah. Lynette's off looking at the list, like, for a list, so maybe she is around here, but, you know.
Where should I start looking?
Yeah. Lynette got more internal investigations, so. I should probably choose a different TP, but. This one, if I remember right, we have the, yeah, right there. Why was that just 2 radishes? But yeah, no, it can't be as simple as, like, it can't be as simple as it sounds. And just the fact that it's, like, test subjects and, like, you know, never, why is Child here? I'm sorry, my theories have been derailed. Why is he here? I mean, hey, Child, I haven't seen you since you've been yeeted in a portal. What's up, bud?
It's the Knave. And Child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Yeah, dude, I think you need to, you know, rest up. You definitely took a beating.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
That was very risky, but also very you.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Certain existences. I feel like she's also referencing Clairvy here, not just Skirk.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
You need to recover before you can get stronger, okay?
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
That would help you out.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
You know, give her benefit of the doubt. Maybe she genuinely just gave you some medicines that have some after effects and they might not have been poison, or you were poisoned. Either way though, if it helped you recover, who am I to question it?
And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
I doubt that.
Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, totally.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Yeah, just casually trash-talking their colleagues behind their back. I imagine every one of them does this, okay? This is definitely not just a them thing. I think it just happens naturally.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just... right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Paimon, if things go horribly wrong, I'm blaming you. Until they say that something else tips her off, I'm blaming you.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
This is so awkward because I'm scared of everything we could physically ask her.
Good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
If the knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clairvy. And even then, if she's literally heading to home base, she might run into Lynette. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No. We should try to get her talking about something else first. About the House of the Hearth, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, If you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Ooh, okay. The casual conversation turned threatening.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you?
Ooh.
At least, that's what I heard.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
The rooster. The knave betrayed the House of the Hearth. So does that mean what Clairvy said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like test subjects? Yeah, no, does that mean that's what she was doing, in my whole speculating that maybe she necessarily wasn't the one doing it? Is that wrong?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Okay.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Ooh, that tone.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
It's true that there's definitely probably more to this, but that is the fact that that's most, like, in a sense true is already kind of startling.
Call yourself a Fontainian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
So she wasn't born here. She was raised here, but she's not actually, like, Fontainian, like, purely. Oh, does that explain the dolphin thing? She can't dolphin like the others.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
Maybe it's because she was raised here, but there could also be more to it. Let's see.
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontainian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
That is very true.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
I don't know. I feel like there are always going to be a misconception you would really hate for people to have.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
What would this other thing be, child?
I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
That would be something you approve of?
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
That is true. Child's always out traveling and, picking fights. He's not actually with his siblings and all them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
I'm sure he'll still spoil them to death, though.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
He...
Okay. I get the picture.
Hey, child, I doubt they'll be that bad if I, here, let me be a little confident for you. I don't think they'll do that, but if they do, I want a ticket to a front row viewing of you having to deal with the mess. As the conversation shifts from the topic of Tonya and Tusser, blah blah, it's the type of conversation that usually leave you falling asleep.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Maybe when you're back at full health. And hopefully it's not to try to kill me.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
That's a little odd.
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see...
Paimon, everything you say sometimes is a little bit just too telling.
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about.
To be fair, though, with our questioning, it seems like we might have hit a sore spot. Like a really, really sore spot.
Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
She probably did, but you know.
I wonder if Linny ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
I don't want to think bad things about Arlecchino. I don't. There's just so much to the story that we're gonna have to figure out. Oh, return all the way over there? You know... Yeah. The TP is faster. Let's see if they made any progress with what they were planning. Because yeah, there they all are.
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
Okay, yeah. So, like, at all. Like, that would explain why, you know, she's never, you know, been able to get out, and, like, that's why that's her wish. And Fremine said it, you know, he's tried that, but she always seems to just reappear back over where we are.
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
That's so sad. Oh, come on.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case.
I think something's physically stopping her.
We could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Ooh,
Really?
okay.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
Okay.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambel, Horaire.
Oh. Execution list. Oh, this is fucked.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but
Okay.
it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well,
Ooh.
I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave,
She would have to be the one involved
It may
in
seem
that, yeah.
cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house.
It's a fucked up rule of the house, okay? It's not, it doesn't just seem cruel, it is just fucking cruel. Because the House of the Hearth, at the end of the day, is filled with people taken in who lost all their parents. Like, most of them are children going in. It's an orphanage. So to have this expectation to basically raise them like assassins who are going to fulfill these duties, and then to have this strict rule of you can't leave, or you fucking die, it's cruel. It is actually cruel.
Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
Still fucked up.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising.
Around
it
5
doesn't seem
years.
like this
Okay.
list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share.
Yeah.
But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
Yeah.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
Yeah, no, I can
These
see
kinds
that.
of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something.
Okay. That could...
I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
That is possible.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
I don't know if she's quite inciting them, but I feel like maybe through meeting her, they've come to a realization of just really fucking hating it.
No, not
Yeah.
exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
I mean, who's to say?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either.
Yeah, if it's something dealing with the Harbingers, I feel like it's a bit high up on that. But Linny would be the most likely to know out of everybody.
I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Is it really an honor? What's it about?
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
I don't know, Paimon. I don't trust anything about that. That could be really bad.
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous
Yeah.
role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
I believe that. Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big, but given how little Linny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't learn that much. I should keep a sharp eye out during the, any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
Yeah, things aren't going to be pretty if that happens.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, this is a lot. Yeah, we're supposed to just go to bed. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be... Oh, no! No! I was just gonna say I don't think we're gonna find them, just walking around, so I'm not gonna do that. And I go falling.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all.
Same, Paimon, same.
Hey, You don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
I wish I could say I don't think so, but...
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
You can just hide behind me.
Trust is effort, Traveler.
Is that Clairvy? I'm sorry, the kid ran by too fast. Was that Clairvy? It is, right?
Look! Look over there!
Knew it! Yeah, what's she doing?
Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
It's very dangerous. You don't know who's just out and about right now.
Over here! Over there!
Okay. Oh, she's with the... Oh, wait, where'd you... Okay, she's just disappearing. Stop using your spirit abilities, okay, please?
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
Clairvy? Okay, that sent me too far. Yeah, that sent me a little too far.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh!
Yeah, Paimon, we were scared people would see her and then you're just shouting her name.
I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
I was gonna say maybe she, Lenny and them like kept her in one of the buildings, but no. What my first thought before that other thought came in was, is she like genuinely stuck in the past? Is she like living through all of this? So, you know, obviously we're in Poisson and we're seeing everything in reality, but is she just seeing the House of the Hearth building like through and through? Like, how much of this isn't just her feeling constantly is she just constantly being dragged back into the house? Like, to us, you know, she's technically outside. Sure, it's not in the sunlight, like not out free, but she's, you know, not, you know, in a building. But is she? Window?
If only I could have more than this.
Yeah, is she just going through that?
You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
Oh.
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
That's possible, but we do need to know.
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor.
Oh!
Experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
Like, the doctor, like that bitch, right? He's... I'm fucking sad, but like, also I'm pissed. I'm just enraged.
You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, Paimon's being skeptical, but no, I want to hear more. I believe you. We just obviously don't know everything if we've only seen one side of things. We aren't in. So we don't see as much as maybe even the others have seen.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Yeah, no. She's not talking about Arlecchino. Maybe Arlecchino is still, unfortunately, following some same rules and like some same behaviors, but Clairvy is talking about the fucking director before the knave, but well, before Arlecchino.
Mother?
Yeah, no, this isn't her talking about father. This is her talking about the mother.
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Is Perry Arlecchino?
Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's possibly mistaking us for someone else because she's definitely not, like, here with, like, in the present with us. She's still, unfortunately, where, like, in the past, where she was originally, you know?
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
And if, obviously, we're to take anything from the fact that she's a spirit... Oh, this song. His spirit, it means she even died this young. I'm sorry.
It's getting windy. I should close the window.
Yeah, see...
Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I can't find her. I'm worried she's all soup and... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special.
Mother likes her a lot.
Mother likes her a lot.
Ooh. How much did Arlecchino know about what happened here?
We should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Weak smile and leaves on her own.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
The night passes.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
Yeah, he's fucked up. I would love to personally, okay, that's a little too, out there. I'd like to punch him.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking
But
about?
Clairvy talked about Mother. So...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
So there's more to this right now.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys.
I would understand us not knowing how to face, you know, these three, but I feel like it would be a stretch not to talk to them. But, yeah.
It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
I feel like we should have mentioned the mother comment.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Okay. Gonna try dragging her off
Surprise!
a little bit further away, but that still might not work. And by that I mean I'm pretty sure it won't work. I want it to work for her sake, but no. I feel like the only way she would see something is if we brought someone who was actually from her time to show her the light, and that would have to be Arlecchino here, I think. Like, I could be, you know, making things more complicated, but I feel like I'm right. Sorry, my cat just jumped up here on the chair. She's trying to make herself comfortable
It's you two
now.
again. I
Which
must
means I have
say,
to
you look a
move.
bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little bit. Nothing too major, though, you know?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
That is also pretty true.
So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Yeah, the questions are gonna be big ones, huh?
Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Why are we surprised? Come on, Traveler.
Us? Distract you?
Okay, Paimon, stop it.
A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
You could, you know, it's okay.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No
kitty.
matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Somewhere?
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Ooh, don't like that.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Paimon. I'm gonna end up getting cut by my
Children
cat.
always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me.
Yeah.
Least of all, a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well,
That I believe.
I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Outside.
Good
the-
things come to children who do as they're told.
Ooh.
So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Oh, yikes.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
Yeah, no, the pigeon definitely needs to be released. The problem is...
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we
We
don't
really
show
don't
up.
have any other
Based
options.
on what the knave was saying just now, it
Yeah.
sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time. We just don't have other
Okay,
options.
then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Okay, outside the parley... Yeah, okay, it was this area. I still sometimes forget the names of buildings, okay? I remember some things in perfect detail, other things not so much. Don't ask.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Okay.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
No, I just don't want you to
Although,
do anything to the
there's
children.
that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
Yikes.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Hey, what
Does that mean you're going to
constitutes
kill them?
betrayal?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
Bitch, but this rule seems so fucking stupid. Like, what quite constitutes betrayal? Like, I can't argue for the siblings or the other guys, because they technically kind of are, in a sense, betraying. Because, you know, disobeying direct order and rule, and then just whatever insightful chaos those other people are going to be working on. But, at the same time, it sounds like legit, like, simply just not quite agreeing with everything. Like, you're still doing the orders, but not agreeing could put you on thin ice to get just murdered. Because clearly, you're having some betraying thoughts, right? But what constitutes it? Like, what level of betrayal? I feel like just, like, anything the moment it's deemed betrayal equals death seems fucking awful, considering that some of these people that could be incited could still be legit children. I'm not saying it's fine when it happens to the adults or, like, you know, older ones. I'm just saying, though, the fact that that's a rule at all is just awful.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most.
No shit. No fucking shit. Not all places are allowed to go and be like, yeah, they disobeyed. Death.
Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
I'd rather fight you to the death. I feel like I have to fight you. Not to the death, but I will be fighting you.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
Ooh, I may not know them, but, like, I can...
But that's awful.
It is. It really is. Because, again, yes, they're older now. But they probably were brought in at a young age and given this information when young. Like Linny said, they grow up and they realize what the situation is and they just don't actually want to be a part of it. But it's too late by then. They're already in. It's just awful. You literally are taking away any right they have because of their unfortunate situation. It's terrible.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer.
How long's a little longer?
If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them. If Clairvy goes away, there will be no evidence of the others' wrongdoing?
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
We'll hold it to you.
Of course. Oh, and here. I believe this belongs to you.
Oh,
try and keep
that
better
was
track of
just
it next time.
rude.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Don't murder a bird!
Wait, where did you get that?
Where do you think, Paimon?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned.
Oh, she just knows us too well.
Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Little birdie, I wish you could have got to your destination. Oh, but I mean, we want to help Clairvy, so I'm really interested if she legit means dispose of Clairvy, as in like murder. How do you murder a spirit ghost? I don't know. I'm not actually asking because I want to do it. I'm really interested to see her side of this. And also I'm trying to let it kind of phase through my mind a little bit that she's so willing to hold up, like, continue on the murder the people who are, like, betraying or, like, wanting to leave. And hey, Nuvolette.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
Yeah.
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I'm so intrigued.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Does this have something to do with, like, the because she mentioned that she'll be leaving. Is this something actually to do with the House of the Hearth as a whole?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I want to know what was written down.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
I mean,
Of
yeah.
course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
That was very interesting. I'm trying to piece together in my mind what that could be about. And also, I'm sorry about possibly low energy. This is gonna be probably one of the last times I bring it up, at least during the rest of the story quest. But yeah, I have not been getting proper sleep, and so I should have realistically been asleep at around 11:30. It's now 2:04 a.m. So yeah, I'm a lot more low energy because of that.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body
Yeah,
of
but
water,
what was
and
the
then
plan?
some kind of irrigation scheme.
Or the proposal, at least.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns.
There
at the
is,
moment.
but yeah.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
We're trying our best. The knave may seem relaxed, but she doesn't seem to be joking earlier when she said that those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. She so is. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palais Mormonia, she mentioned Clairvy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was the entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Linny and the others were going to act. Oh. Wait. Was that the one dude who was on the execution list?
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going. Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Kinda looks familiar for some reason. I wonder why.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway.
That is also true.
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Yeah.
Hold
That's
on.
him. Ooh.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Okay.
Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, now
A
that
lot
my
of food for
affairs are
thought.
settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Okay, what's the plan here with
I
Paimon?
just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
I mean, that's actually a legit reason. Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I
It
doubt...
appears
oh,
you two
shit.
are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in
It
your
won't.
favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time.
One condition.
I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about
Yes.
Claire V, are you not?
Yes.
And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
You never know.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition. Let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is.
I'm intimidated.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Oh. I think low-key she's... Is that... In a way, is that her basically telling us that if the worst comes to it, and it seems like she'll have to, you know, quote-unquote, take out Linny, Lynette, and Fremine, that if we deem it appropriate, that we're to lend our aid? Maybe? Like, that's me being optimistic, you know, but...
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
Yeah, it's for us to decide. We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Okay, birds in a cage. Into the sunlight, follow the knave. Okay. Oh, that's literally no teepee. Kind of close. It's okay. It should be some short running. I think the quest is actually going on for about as long as I thought initially. I might have overestimated it. I'm out of practice with Genshin quests, so I feel like I just don't know their timings anymore. And it also depends on how distracted and talkative I get too, so there's always that. Oh, what? Am I not? Oh, that area is just, okay. Oh, what? Come on.
Over here!
Game, you could be a little generous about your spacing, you know? Oh, no. Don't trigger that don't trigger that fight. That is a mistake I don't want to make. Hello? Thank you. Give me the berries. Ooh. Wait.
What is this place?
This definitely seems like a stage.
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
This is first killed Clairvy and her mother.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time.
Yeah, okay.
And the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Wait, bitch, you brought... Okay, no, I'm not giving her an excuse. This bitch apparently was doing horrific thing to poor kids who literally had no one else to help them. But what I'm also saying is she brought what seemingly seems to be literally her daughter by blood to this environment and seems to have fucking also attributed the same rules and fucked up shit to her. That is so fucked up.
Clairvy was happy here. For a time.
Yes.
But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process.
No, I'm gonna let this
There's little
go.
I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing,
her mother sounds like a
Crucibina
bitch.
Probably would have listened,
Paimon,
right?
that's optimistic. So optimistic.
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back.
That's fucked up.
Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end.
Survival instinct and just perseverance.
Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
So
Even with her
up.
body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
Logical thinking,
Clairvy
too.
never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face.
Yeah.
Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother.
It makes sense.
Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be
So
free.
fucked up.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the very top.
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. Your
This
Peruere.
was your story just as much as
Arlecchino is
Clairvy.
just a name you got later.
Mm-hmm.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clairvy we met, though, who is she exactly? Because she's definitely, in the form we have her, is still stuck, the young girl who wants to expose the place for what it truly is and get help.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Okay.
Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
Is it possibly due to just how close they were? And I don't know if Arlecchino here will mention, like, or ever admit to, you know, how strong of her bond she did have with Clairvy till the bitter end was, but that could be it too. So, completely different, but it reminds me of something in Fairy Tail Zero. If people know, they know. I don't want to spoil it. It's really good. Go read it or watch it. But yeah. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however.
Living in the
and it
past.
would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is
Makes
quickly
sense.
forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Do you think that's really the best way to go about it, though?
I can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Any household that has rules that leave people trapped and at the end of the day enforce murder is no house at all. It's just a prison. In a house, there are policies and things. Yes, no, follow the rules. But if there are things that are so absurd, so prison-like, and that lead in the ultimate punishment, no. Those are places that need to be torn to the ground and burned.
Is this really what you want to do?
It's not. Thank you for voicing this part, because, yeah, it's not. She may say yes. I feel like because of how she grew up and the environment with that bitch, she probably will think yes. Is this right? Hang on. No, they're not working right now. But, you know, I'm pissed. Just know that, okay? Yeah.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
Cool. Throw those fucking titles away for a moment and fucking express yourself. I know you've been stuck in this horrific cycle of abuse, but goddamn it.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall.
Yeah.
I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep, and we'll have to see how we uphold our end of the deal.
Here they are, Father.
Ooh, oh, Clairvy, she's in the shadow.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Kiddos, I'm defending all who are sane. I'm not blaming you for how you currently are, but also you're the one who, did some questionable things.
Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Yep, no, she's gonna recognize you. She is.
Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
See?
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Ooh, this is bad. Ooh, this is really bad.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Oh, dear.
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person.
Nothing's wrong with that fucking statement.
Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not!
For the sake of not seeing murder? She didn't. Don't go back to like an hour ago.
You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us!
That's not gonna get you anywhere.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
That is the truth, though. Anyways.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget.
It would be hard to forget.
That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along!
That's highly possible, yeah.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
I don't like any of this.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
Do you not see a little kid is
And
part
so
of
it
this?
shall be.
Do you see that? Ooh, Linny.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really count as betrayal?
Yeah, they haven't done
we all
anything
come from
yet.
broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like.
Oh.
I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father,
Oh.
please.
This is so tense.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination,
yeah,
I
a duel.
suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Yep.
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Yep.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny. Did you
Okay.
hear that, Traveler? Lenny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Is executing them really what she wants? Remember back to her end of the bargain earlier.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my question. She deflected it. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose. Although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you
Yes.
deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House
Exactly.
of Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I'd like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Okay. Art, I really wish I could move. This is about to get intense and all that real quick. Oh dear. Oh, the music, I forgot. Hold on. Before she attacks me. I just turned my... Oh my god. I turned my music up high. Oh, Jesus.
Now's our chance!
Rising flames.
A round of applause!
Oh, she moves so fast. Fuck. I have to intentionally get really close to her.
Cue the spotlight!
Father's even stronger than I expected.
My Fremene's not really built. I'm so sorry. There's my Lynette. Oh dear.
Closer now.
Oh my gosh.
Try to pace yourself.
I'm trying. Oh, that's bad.
Closer now.
Oh, I'm just eating damage for no reason now.
With these rising flames.
Magic
Oh,
can't cheat
fuck.
death, you know.
Oh, and that didn't heal me.
Surprise!
Faster?
Watch out for
What
Father's
pitiful
movements!
attacks. I thought I taught you better.
Let's get this show on the
With
road!
these rising flames. Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Ooh, what's she doing? Oh, the big.
A taste of purgatory.
Oh, fuck.
Weakening bonds.
Wait, it's on Fremy!
Is it
Okay.
my turn now?
I didn't know if it transferred over or not.
Step on up!
Step right up!
Where is she? Oh my god.
Watch out for Father's movements!
Oh, ow, fuck. Okay. This is a lot of cursing now.
Over here!
Closer now.
Oh, yikes.
Guys.
Are you alright?
Yep, nope, we're fine.
The count
Here comes the finale!
like a fly tangled in a web.
Okay, I feel like that's cheap, you know, like...
Pair! Commencing cleanup! Try to pace yourself.
Okay.
Not bad. You've
Am I
proven
pacing
to
myself
be a worthy
enough?
opponent after all.
Getting gear!
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Now disappear!
Oh no.
Watch out for Father's movements!
No, I'm trying to... ouch, fuck. I'm trying to...
Step on up!
Frost is coming!
I'm actually getting the most damage in with Fremy. I think. Kinda, realistically. In the close-up first, I am.
Spare your energy. Running is of little
Oh,
use.
I'm in... Oh. Oh? Oh gosh. Oh, here it goes. Cinder of Two Worlds. Oh, you mother!
My blade is all that remains.
Sacred name, fortune preserve.
Okay, this is very scary. Oh, I'm intimidated. What the laser? What the heck?
Getting gear. Going under. Frost is coming. Pair.
Let's see. Now's our chance. Over here.
So through.
Oh!
Trick.
Oh! Ah!
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin.
Whoa! Fucking shit! Oh, I'm so sorry, Lynette. Okay, we're just gonna do that while here. Revive. It's these items. Okay, I want to revive you with this best. I don't have many options. The music though too. I'm not having time to comment on it, but.
Look out!
And voila!
Oh, it wasn't enough. Fuck.
Surprise!
Am I gonna kill Lynette again accidentally?
Over here!
Oh no. Fuck. Oh, the music!
You're disappeared. Made manifest.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Sometimes only the beginning.
No, you're so dead. Ooh.
Over here!
I'm very scared of that burst. Oh! Oh! Oh, cutscene! Oh my gosh! Ooh! Fremy?
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Ooh!
Oh, I know.
Now!
Ooh!
I'm sorry, Father!
They hesitated. At least Fremy did. Oh no!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Oh no, we're all panicking now. Oh no. Ooh! Oh, that's very bad. Come on. Oh, Clairvy's gonna intervene. She has to. There's no way she's not going to.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you?
Ooh.
You're stronger than I expected.
Oh, that's horrifying. Wait. Oh my.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Oh gosh.
Still, not strong
No.
enough to beat me.
Oh my gosh. Holy fuck. That was horrifying. Amazingly animated, but horrifying.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm not able to immediately calm down after that. That was so much. Oh, and Lenny got a beating, though.
Brother, are you alright?
Lenny.
Yeah, he did take a big
Given that
blow.
I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution.
Yep.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Yeah, I'm a little scared,
Indeed.
but...
They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body.
But your memories
no
will be
harm
burned
will come to
away.
you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside of the Palais Momornia, he must have been the same we saw on the list of execution. He wasn't killed at all.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. That lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
After some excruciating pain and memory removal, yeah?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important.
Yeah.
Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
I'm about to cry again. I don't know why, but I was just hit with an immense, wave of, tears.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar, take them back to Poisson. And bring Lenny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lenny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
How's this gonna go?
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
Being direct.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
If it really is Clairvy's younger self, then I would say she probably had enough lies. She would say she's probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
I imagine she would, Paimon.
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
Fuck. When I'm tired, I'm more emotional than when I'm awake.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
I'll tell you any story you want.
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight!
Longer than that, Paimon.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
I know Venti would have been listening.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before.
We've gone through so much. And
If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Oh, this is so... I'm a broken record now. The game's broke me again.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
There probably are some like that, yes.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly
Not all of
as
them.
scary as they look.
Talk about the land of Dendro, nation of wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Returns to
The
Fontaine.
situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Of course, Detective Paimon definitely solved the case. Look at her go, you know? Look at her go.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Just the fact that the knave is watching all this, she's not adding any input. She's genuinely just watching and listening. And you know she's feeling something for it. Something about that and just Clairvy's childlike innocence and curiosity, knowing everything about her situation just makes me want to cry. Like, I'm just casually falling apart. And I don't know how to handle it.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Clairvy is listening really intently to Paimon's story about our time in Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long the moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we've told her and go back to being the scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice the sun has risen. Wait. Cutscene. Oh!
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave?
Oh.
I get to experience the outside world as well?
Oh.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Oh, fuck.
Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That hurt me. Whew. Whew. Oh no. Where's my tissue? Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't come in expecting something like this. I should have.
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
She was happy. And, you know, that's all that matters.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid.
Yeah, I believe it.
I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
I'm sure she heard you. Even if it was just now. Fuck. And even if she hasn't heard you, even if she's off exploring the stratosphere, I'm sure you'll be able to tell her again at some point. Tell her all about it.
But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Lenny.
Father?
Figured you'd come back.
It's Lenny! Hey, Lenny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Ooh. Oh, I feel so fucking bad. Oh.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and
most importantly,
you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel.
Without a doubt.
I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong.
I agree with you that she had this planned out, Linny, but she didn't say anything wrong about your character either.
In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Wait until 2 days later. This hurt, man. This quest was so good. There's just no way for me to fully express what thoughts are going through my mind right now. All I know is we're gonna be using those. And hopefully I'll be able to get one more just in case, because I obviously don't have enough Primo Gems. But with any luck, maybe, just maybe, because we'll have like 6 pulls? Maybe? Because I can't pull from my other stuff, because I'm on my PC. So, with any actual luck, I'm about to... We can do this. Whether it's a 50-50 win or loss, I don't fucking care. Okay? We are gonna see if we can pull Arlecchino. I don't know where they want us to meet up, because it's 2 days later. I'm so just, like, I'm just so here, there, everywhere that yeah, just 2 days. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I don't, like, maybe it's a good thing I did this emotional stuff, like, emotional, high tense stuff before a concert, but damn, I'm just everywhere. I must be such a mess. I'm so sorry, you guys. Do let me know, by the way, on the YouTube side of things, if you would prefer parts instead of the full thing.
Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Yeah, hopefully they're doing better. They took quite the beating. There's a chest there. I kind of want this chest. Hold on.
And voila!
Wheel of life.
Pear, get in gear. Commencing cleanup.
Yeah.
Pear, Frost is coming.
I don't have Kazuha, which is throwing me off.
Now disappear. I'm fine.
Hello, really?
A round of applause.
I warned you. A gift for you.
And voila!
Trying to do damage to them both, but we can at least take her out, right? Oh, she really had a bug body block for her.
Surprise! Let the magic begin!
There we go.
Pear.
Now disappear. Here comes the
Die
finale.
here. Or not? There we go.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, no, as I was saying though, genuinely, YouTube side, tell me if you would prefer parts. I know sometimes I do it in parts, but other times I kind of just go full thing. If you all have a preference, obviously I'll do that, but I do also know that sometimes having it randomly cut off at like the most hype moment can be agitating, especially if you don't, if the person doesn't upload the next part right away, so. Just food for thought there. Let's see. How's it going, you two?
Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There's no need to worry.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
That must have been awful.
And I wanted to ask, is Claire V gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Claire V. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Claire V. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
That must have been awful.
Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, The atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself.
Until she couldn't.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
And it ends like that. Yeah, no, fuck the old knave. Like, that bitch, fuck her. All that was just... Like, I might still, you know, disagree with some of the things that go down, but at the end of the day, Arlecchino can't actually deny...
Ad Astra
Like, well, she can deny it. She can, you know, ignore her own sentiments there. But she's really, she does really care. Even if it's just because of what happened in the end with Clairvy. Like, that affected her truly.
And voila!
Okay, hang on. I have a new pool location. If I can remember where it was. It was all the way here, right? Because, okay, so I said there was no teleporter close, so I took here. And I think, oh, did it? Yeah, okay, cool. It literally just unlocked immediately. We're not going to fight it, but since I do have a few pools here, I'm not close. I think I'm still very early, Pity. Oh, I didn't mean shop. I wanted to open history. So I have 6 pools. If I get a, oh. Yeah, I swear I can use my mouse now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, let's quickly do this. 65? 70? 71. We're 71 in. So there's a chance of us getting it early. There is a chance of us getting it early. But it's a 50-50. Like, I think we got Shiori on a 50-50, so I might just lose this. But let's see if we can pull Arlecchino right now. It's purple. It's the one not Fatui person, but it's okay, because that pull never happened, guys. So that's 72. So this is 73. No. 74. No. 75. Come on, come on. 75. No. Oh. 76. Come on. I'm feeling it. No. It's gold! Please, I can't look. Tell me, guys. Chat, anybody? Chat. Okay, I'll have to accept as long as it's not C8 Chi-Chi. I regret everything I've just said. Guys, I would have preferred C8 Chi-Chi. What is this? I think I would have accepted C8 Chi-Chi. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not upset or anything. I'm not upset. No. Why would I be upset? Why? And I guess that's it. I might be able to pull for her on a different account, but that's only a possibility. It's not a guarantee. I know I do have some of these, so I could always just separately record a small little video of using some, but I don't think I will. I'm not in the financial area to, like, replace what I end up spending, which is why I don't have pulls to begin with. I've literally only been able to pull for Arlecchino through stuff I've gained through playing the game. So, you know, it's a little limited to what I can do. But again, ignoring this colossal sadness of C3 Mona, I think I do need to call it quits with Genshin. I think I might move on to I could play a little Star Rail before going into the Star Rail concert. I don't know if I want to throw Overwatch in the middle of this, though it could work, you know. But no. Final thoughts on this quest without, you know, the knave, unfortunately, here. It was really, really good. You know, there are a lot of times, myself and others have pointed out that a quest has been, like, mostly about,
my dear sister Lynette is
like,
doing right
an
now.
NPC that, like, you know, is just there for the quest, and, like, maybe we'll learn more about the character whose actual story quest it is. Maybe we'll get some time with them, but it doesn't happen. This one, though, it was a whole thing. We learned so much. And it makes sense for us to have spent so much time with, obviously, the siblings, as at the end of the day, they are a vital part of Arlecchino's character, just because of them being, especially Linny, considering that he is who she wants to be her successor. Like, it really ties in, and just building upon this, like, the feeling of how important protecting family is, or cherishing the family.
I'm sure.
So I really it makes so much sense, and I really like it. Let me see. You unleash 4 Scarlet Night Tides. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty. Yeah, no, that's a pretty name card. I don't think I'm going to be able to express, you know, my thoughts super coherently right now, but I did really, really enjoy the Knave's story quest. And I hope in the future we aren't gonna be opposing sides. I want to be able to support, at least when it comes to Fatui, these four. Because I truly don't think the Knave has any super evil, ill will intent in there. She may be scary and intimidating and, you know, have her odd way of going about things, but I don't think she's evil. I truly think she's just doing her best to survive, and then is also equally doing her best to raise up the new generation. But yeah, on the YouTube side of things, thank you for watching. Everyone in general, let me know your thoughts on how this story quest was for you. And just, you know, have a great day. And, you know, thanks. It means a lot to have you watch. Before I get too emotional because of early morning and just everything catching up to me and the story quest just being so beautiful. Bye bye, YouTube. See ya, guys, next time. Bye.